in the 1-2 combination. Now, we're going to dive into the second celebration of the evening. We're going to travel, my friends, to Southwest Detroit this evening. My homeboy Big Fee is in the building.
What's good? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only cracker with a swag, Feezilla himself. The one and only Mr. Original coming at you live. It's good to be at church, bro.
Thank you, sir. Pull up a pew, my friend.
I'm telling you, I might get on my knees.
Talk to him now. Preach some gospel. I love it. We be a good tag team combination.
I'm telling you, man. Let me tell you something, brother. No, I'm just messing with you.
I love it. You're bringing that whole energy to the Michigan
this
United
is what I
Broadcast
do.
Studios.
Every day I wake up in the morning and my fiance looks at me and says, "Calm down. It's too early."
You just wake up want to wrestle somebody.
Let's go, man. Let's do this.
And this is not a small dude.
No.
You do not want to be around him when he just feels like wrestling somebody.
No.
All right?
You don't call me Big Feet for nothing. I'm gonna holla at you. Once come over here, let me holla at you.
That's right. Listen, my G, we got some brewskis cracked. It's a great evening. We're celebrating, and tonight, we're going to keep this balanced and play some tunes so everybody knows all about your music, but we're going to hear the story as well.
Yes.
Let's start this thing off right with a joint.
Yo, yo.
That way everybody knows why you're here. When we come back from that break, we'll start chopping it up.
Hey, yo.
Yo, listen. Yeah. What are you thinking? Or Fee, how do you want to start this thing, bro?
Let's start with some the new single, On My Job. It's a new single exclusive off my 5th album, The Life of Times, the WTF, coming out on Thanksgiving. My fans who are looking for it, it comes out on Thanksgiving.
On Turkey Day, after you stuffed your face full of turkey and mashed potatoes, you can listen to that new Big Feet joint.
Double on this.
It's not that far away.
It's not far. It's coming up right around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, stand the fuck up in the name of hip-hop and celebrate Big Feet with us.
Yo.
You're in the Church of Hip-Hop, Detroit Unplugged.
Peace.
Round, baby. Round, baby. You love it. Love it.
Oh my God, I'm on my job. I'ma take it to the level that you motherfuckers not. I'ma do it this spot. I'ma put that on my Mars. You still talking but you know it how you on. Saying, oh my God, I'm on my job. I'ma take it to the level that you motherfuckers not. I'ma blow it this spot. I'ma put that on my Mars. You still talking but you know it how you on. Saying, now coming out that mud creek. Tools to the moment, last free. And the face now, press about the billboard. Let me read the word of summer free. Call it Star Trek, I am this swing. I'm trying to get a penny king. Raised in the hood, so I build it up as they tear it down. I am living for my city, cause I'm working better things. From demons out of sea, till the ladder really found. Then I put this up on wings. I survived all these things just to come back. The product of song, the protagonistic one. What they got it done, fighting for his love in Michigan. Never waste a single second, get a minute, bitch, I smash that competition. Be a bitch, it's forward thinking, don't I rise up. Pull that clock in, man, your time's up. On my grind, and I'm back for the shine. Let me hit you with that verse, bitch, one more time.
Come on.
Oh my God, I'm on my job. I'ma take it to the level that you motherfuckers not. So I'ma blow it this spot. I'ma put that on my Mars. You still talking but you know it how you on. Saying, oh my God, I'm on my job. I'ma take it to the level that you motherfuckers not. I'ma blow it this spot. I'ma put that on my Mars. You still talking but you know it how you on.
Yeah, Big Feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Your mama rap sound like jazz. I'm in the rebound like yeah. Never ever did I switch lanes. Straight away back. Fuck the Carters who is hating me. Stealing with a Billy beat. Truck, no to the beats. Rapping with the swag cause I'm sweet. Straight away, all the way to Bing Jack. Kicking in the face, shutting down the fake. Rocking like I'm rocking on the bass. Packing all these youngins trying to keep my pace. Kick that gate, sell that bass. The game is a race. Gotta be away for that fuck sex. You ain't about to find names. Get the fuck out my face. Rolling up the tape, doing what it takes. Bitch, I'm running in place. Running on the stage. Nobody's performing scenes at my waist. Keep that bass, beat your face. Yes, I'm great with that heavy and it's spring wear. Selling these rats like a retail. I'm on my job, I'ma take it to a level that you motherfuckers not. I'ma blow it this spot, I'ma put that on my Mars. You still talking what you know it, how you on? Saying, oh my God, I'm on my job, I'ma take it to a level that you motherfuckers not. I'ma blow it this spot, I'ma put that on my Mars. You still talking what you know it, how you on? I will never be
That's the whole point, man. You gotta be inspired.
I'm gonna have to go to Army boot camp first before I even fuck around and make a song with feet. You gotta get broke all the way down first.
I will never retire. Say it. Oh my God, I've been on my job
Have a great chat.
for a decade and a half of music to the people, to the city of Detroit. My name is William Thomas Dale Huey III. This album is called WTF. If you don't like this shit, you ain't got a soul.
For the love of baby Jesus, lying in a manger.
Save the baby Jesus.
Welcome back to the show, my friends. Tabernacle of Fresh and the place to be on this lovely Thursday night.
Yeah.
Big Fee, man.
What up, dude?
That song is dope, and you know, we got some more to play, but you know, I'm really wanting to get into this chat.
Cool.
You know, with every great artist is a great story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know you've been through a lot in your life, within your career, and right now here moving into 2020, you're doing your fucking thing. You're full of steam. You're full of piss and vinegar, like you were 19
I swear.
out here doing your fucking thing. I want to start by introducing you to our listener base, and I want to hear the story, so certainly we want to start with the day one times. Let's travel and take us for a walk through time, G.
Well,
I want to know about how it really first started cracking and how you first fell in love with it.
well, when I was a kid, see, I grew up in Southwest Detroit. My dad was a local Baptist preacher and stuff like that. You know, he grew up in the hood. I always tell people this: I didn't grow up in a broken hood. I didn't grow up in a broken home. I grew up in a broken hood. It is what it is, you know. Southwestern, you know, Boynton, Bennett, Wilson. You know, I was there during the thick of it, during the 90s and whatnot. And I tried to set myself apart. I was like, yo, it's not
Dangerous
that
days in Southwest, bro.
dangerous days. So it's just, you know, keep your head down, keep your mouth shut. And you know, I was just like an oddball kid, kind of stuck on my own. I'm the middle of 5. I was just like, you know, I didn't have a place, so I signed up for the service. And I was in the Army for a couple of years, and you know, things happen, you know, good, bad, whatever, indifferent. So bad things happen. So I was in a bad way. I was in a bad struggle, and I was at Fort Polk, Louisiana at the time, and there was this young cat named Deron Jackson. Shout out to Pee Wee and Cortez, and they brought me a blank CD and said, listen, you always have something to say, why don't you put it down? And I was, you know, I did comic books as a kid, you know, just by myself, kind of nerdish, and they were like, you know, you always have something to say, you got a really loud voice, you know, why don't you just try to put it on paper, try to express your feelings on that, you know, of, you know, what it's like growing up, where you're from, and then joining the service and things not working out so well for you. So I started doing that, and I actually wrote my original track, Say What You Want to Say, to the backing of Bum B's Push It.
Wait.
And I wrote it, and it was simple lyrics. Pushing on these streets at 360 degrees from these bitches try to fuck with my needs. As I see to be me, to believe, Lord, please give me the strength to carry on. Courage and power rewrite some of our wrongs.
Nice.
It was just basic, it was basic rhyming, and I didn't have an idea of exactly where I wanted to go with this. But after I got home, and you know, the economy wasn't so great, jobs were not easy to get, but I had this focus on mine. I had started writing these rhymes, but then I started messing with, you know, I was like, okay, you know, go to open mics and try them out.
Yeah.
On other beats, and people just looked at me as just like a nonchalant MC, as a guy that just come up here and spit lyrics.
Right.
So what I started to do, and I was like, well, that Bum B's Push-In was so integral. I was like, here's the thing. If I started doing the production to my music, if I started actually making it, maybe they would look at me a little different, you know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be considered like Eminem, which totally respect. You know, everybody who's worked in hip hop as a lyricist, just as a lyricist, that's fine. But I wanted to bring the rhythm.
You want to
Because
incorporate that some production.
I was more interested in not just the lyrics, but I
Right.
had a southern influence, so I like to bounce.
Right.
I want to bounce. You know, I'm like, so when I'm rapping, and it, you know, with my cadence, like the cadence has got to be in the pocket. And any MC will tell you, it's like once you know something's in the pocket, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And I wanted something, so I started producing my stuff, and I started like helping out, you know, people in the hip hop community and stuff like that. I started working with folks, but around 2011, I came up with this concept, which is dope, man, because today's the anniversary to 23, my first album, which was recorded like 3 blocks down at the Disc LTD. Shout out to Greg and his great, wonderful staff. And what was great is I love to tell you guys this quick story. So I finished recording it, and at about, it was 3:13. I'm military, bro, so everything's about 0313, 313, which is funny, biblical. I walked outside and I saw the moon. We just finished the out record. You know, I've been working on it for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I finished it, and I just went, yo, I did it on my own. I didn't need no one's help. I had people to help voluntarily, but it was like I was able to make this really great track.
Yeah.
And one of them was called Southwest Summertime, which really engrossed the way I felt growing up in Southwest Detroit. That's what I wanted people to feel, that like it has
smell that air.
Yeah, it has a West Coast vibe, which was live when I was growing up in the 90s, and I was influenced by a lot of people, but yet I still wanted to keep a nice bounce to it, and like people in Southwest Detroit can gravitate to that.
Southwest, like it was like a Michigan, LA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back then in those days.
Then, and I wanted, we had Detroit versus LA at the time, you know, the back to back, and just it was all these influences in Patton Park. I wanted to let people know about Patton Park, Clark Park, hanging out.
Oh, Patton Park.
What it's like to what it's like to turn the fire hydrant on.
there.
Yeah, turn the fire hydrant on and play on the streets. What it's like to play basketball with milk crates.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't, you know, well, I mean, I always say, if you can't say it better than someone, just quote them. So I'm going to quote Pusha T, and says, "When you know, you know."
Yeah, that's
you know,
right.
That's what I'm saying. When you know, you know. So
wise words.
I wanted to give people something to vibe to. So when I finished that album, I had the leftover tracks, and that turned out to be my second album called AM1, which did really great on its own. So yeah, man. So I was really excited about doing it, but it was just nothing but that. You know, it's all day, every day. I tell people this. I'm like, there's talented and then there's skilled. People who are naturally talented, you got it, but you have to start practicing it. It has to develop from talent to skill.
Yeah.
Get it to that next step. It's just like working on your bicep. You know, you curl your bicep. Yeah, you may be naturally strong, but you want to get that tone.
You got to condition it right. It's like being a ball player and not going to the cages. Not working on your fundamentals. That's the only way that you can make your play pristine, G, is by practice.
Right.
Has to happen with anything.
But I had a good friend named Dale Bruce. Shout out to Duty. I call him Duty.
What up, Duty?
Duty. He's probably gonna be like, man, he's calling me Duty. But I always say my best friend Duty is the shit. That's why I call him Duty. My boy is the shit. You know, he's helped me out, and he heard a track I did called "Say What You Want to Say" off Bum Beat, and I redid it for him. And I was like, yeah. But he was that first person behind me, like, yo, bro, this is hot.
Yeah.
This is crazy. But I always try to do one thing comparatively to every hip hop artist that I've met, is I want to be the hardest worker in the room. I really do. I want to be the hardest worker in the room and focus on that for a specific reason, that the quality of my music, the type of writing that I give you, that it's worth, that you're willing to spend your hard-earned money to purchase.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to just spit some lyrics on some shit and somebody's like, okay, but I want you to get it where you're like, you're willing, because money is time. It's really time, that you're spending your hard-earned time on something, and it's good. It's above local rapper status.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not a local rapper, but it's just a grade above that you could put it on the radio and say, okay, that's hot. You can play that. But I wanted to bring Southwest Detroit to a large audience. And I'm going to say this, and I've said it for years, and my fans will tell you this. It is Grammy or bust in my career. Grammy or bust. I am going to be the first Southwest Detroit hip-hop artist on the Grammys, on live television.
Oh, wait.
You heard me say it. I've said it for years, and I'm going to continue to say it until I get it.
You heard it here. And a proclamation here at Detroit Unplugged Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait.
That's real shit, man. You know, so, but Dave really helped me out. So we got this. So after 4 albums, my last album was called Truck Norris, which was like a mixture. Truck Norris, you like that too? That's one of my other nicknames.
Nice play. I like that
Truck Norris. It was. I wanted to show people that I could do other things, just rap. So I did some heavy metal, alternative, country, kept the hip hop vibe in it through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
a little other genres mixed in.
so I wanted to try something different, but Dave's been working on with me. We actually have the new album coming out called The Life and Times of WTF, but which is Thanksgiving. Fans, that's for you. All right, so yesterday, I always put out music on my birthday.
Yeah.
So I put out the compilation now called Big Feed XV, which is available on every streaming service. It's also on Amazon Demand if you like hard copies and stuff. You can get that and buy that, and trust me, it's worth every cent. It's definitely worth every cent to get. And my fiance is very. Shout out to my illustrious woman at home. I hope you're listening, baby. I love you. But at the same time, we were just sitting there. I said, honey, I gotta run up and do this real quick.
Yeah.
She helped me out. Oh man, talking about a thrill, dude. I'm excited to be here, man.
I'm excited that you're here.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I like it, man. Appreciate it.
No doubt. I want to hear another song, man, because we're gonna chop it up so much we ain't gonna be able to hear no other music.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll pick one out for you. Since
Pick one out.
We were talking about Southwest, because of the anniversary album, Big V XV, the new remastered version of Southwest Summertime.
Let's hear it.
Can we play that?
We can certainly play that.
Play that. All right. What's up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, rock this one.
Let's
As
take it to
loud as you
Southwest
can.
Detroit.
Big Feet, Detroit Unplugged.
It's great, man.
I suddenly feel like you smell the air up from Clark Park right now in my nostrils.
Yes, mid-Saturday morning.
Straight to the get-go, straight to the hot go. Going on the block, no stress, no worries, no worries, all paid. Everybody knows we about to get paid tonight. No bulls on the block, man, it's cool to play. A bunch of big old bottles, filled with Kool-Aid. Bitches with the ass shade, what up, though? Saying why to get late tonight. Summertime, every street was the place to be. All the kids on the block saying Chrome can't sleep. Banging new sounds, hanging out the window. Playing that shit with the hottest on the tempo. Sitting on the course, playing on cards. Yes, who was lying, how much guy was good. Going to engage with the best at the summertime. Everybody knows that we're standing on the block. Dreams work wasted, dreams work wasted. Got a damn burn, everything to make me. Now came back to my home again. So my boombox had to say, today was a good day. Had a hood busted. Detroit, my favorite city, y'all niggas can't tell me nothing. And I reminisce of the past. I feel sometimes all minute late. Yeah, chillin' in the summertime. It gets hot in the summertime. We love that summertime. From back in the day, from back in the day. It gets hot in the summertime. It gets hot in the summertime. We love that summertime. From back in the day, from back in the day. Still reminiscing on the El Camino. Man, and we're clean, how fast is she go? Eat smoke pins to do my ego. You know, bro, my boy. Here we go, early morning song, playing on the radio. Time to change, the won't start each year. Now I'm back with the Midwest Coast. That's West Coast, back, pick it up. Where pockets landed down, I'm with some amazing break. With the swag that I found, with my beat down low, with my top head back. Real great people, you'll remember that. With the fire, the bath, all when you go back. $75, stone lanes, freeway, speedway, speedway, and reminiscing sideways when I'm back in the day. Never would I change that shit, but we'll single damn bang, homie boy. To love my city, Southwest Detroit. I've made this shit for you. Love it. Chillin' in the summertime. It gets hot in the summertime. We love that summertime. From back in the day, from back in the day. It gets hot in the summertime. It gets hot in the summertime. We love that summertime. From back in the day, from back in the day.
I'll save it for this. Yeah, I'll save it. Because we'll play that with her on it. Okay. Very encouraged.
Damn right. Detroit Unplugged Radio, Southwest Detroit, stand the fuck up.
Maybe it's Springwells.
Ooh, wee.
Holla at you, boy.
And I got a lot of my brothers are from Southwest Detroit, and I know we got a huge family of Southwest folks that listen to Detroit Unplugged as well.
Shout out to Hangman.
Hangman.
Hangman Amoral's checking in right now in the Facebook green room. And that's my dude. Hangman's been rocking with us for years. And he continues to see like we see it. He loves hip-hop like we love it. And I know Big Fee does as well.
Catch you at Danto's Furniture, bro.
Listen, bro, this hip-hop thing's a love affair, G. That's what makes each individual story so precious. You know, also, we could share, you know, me and Ism, we love to share in memories, man. You know, as MCs, within hip-hop, we create so many great memories over the years.
Yeah.
Whether it be dope shows that we've done, certain cats maybe we've rocked songs with, just certain memories that we have that can never be replaced, man, that'll always mean more than currency, G. Talk about a moment or two within your career, of course, that you've acquired throughout your journey that at the end of the day will always hold a special spot in your heart.
I did my 4th album, Truck Norris, and I was thinking, you know, I don't talk too much, you know, I talk about my personal life, but I never talk about my family, extended family and whatnot. So I had an opportunity, I thought of this great concept to write about my father, my dad, who was a Baptist preacher growing up, and you know, his beliefs and stuff like that. And he tried to instill morals and all that, but you know, the hood would get you. And, you know, he wanted to raise his kids right, and you know, he's Detroit born. He grew up on Trumbull.
Yeah.
And you know, we come from a very honest, humble family on Navy Street. Shout out to everybody who lives on Navy. But I sat and I started to write a song about my dad and about his beliefs, called On This Day. And so after I wrote it, I let him listen to it for Father's Day, and it really affected him. But then 2 days later, I had a chance to do a benefit show for cancer out in Southgate, I believe. And Mallory's in Southgate, and he actually came.
Wow.
And I got to perform, and I impromptu and performed the song in front of him, and it was just a really cool moment because it's obviously, you know, my dad's beliefs and then what I do for a living, you know, may conflict, but at the same time, I wanted to tell my dad, like, yo, I appreciate you for teaching me the values.
Yeah.
And those things to kind of keep me from the ghetto. Because I'll tell everybody, the ghetto eats. The ghetto eats. Anyone from the ghetto could tell you this. They eat you physically, mentally, and spiritually. You know? And so what you got to do is you got to kind of step up. You know, step up like I was telling you earlier. You know, Billy Allsburg said, our mouths are creative weapons. They're not tools for distributing excuses. You got to get up. Champions work every day at what they do. And a lot of that was what my dad was trying to push at me. You know, like, son, get up, keep going. My parents had that, you know, because we didn't have a whole lot growing up, but we had it enough to push through, to get to that next, do that. So it really instilled me, especially as an artist today, as like a lot of my music reflects that. How can I get you? Yeah. How can I get you? How can I get you to say, stand up and say, God damn it, I'm gonna dominate the shit out this day. This is my day. Watch me do this.
That's right.
It's gonna be clean. Watch me move. Watch me work. You're gonna get this work, whether you want to do it or not. You're gonna get this work.
It's gonna be clean.
It's gonna be clean too. Oh yeah. But another thing is my my fiance. She's really encouraged me. You know, she's from Inkster, like we were saying. You know,
she's Inkster girl.
And I fell in love with her because we were out on our first official date. We've been seeing each other for a little bit.
Right.
And she just started rapping Mace. I mean, she knew every word. Like,
come on
bam,
now.
Bam, she just hit it. You know, just bad.
It was at that very moment.
I was like, this is the woman for me. This is
the one.
Yeah. So she actually, I don't want to talk about her too much. You know, give her name out and stuff like that because she's a professional woman. So. But I got her in the studio to work on with me with a song that I was working super live, man.
Did we? Nice. We're back. Facebook. Well, let's do this. We got the joint. We might as well. We're talking about it right now. We might as well play it. Then we'll come back and talk about the projections of the year.
Yeah. I'm zoning. You said do right.
Do right, yeah. New single, Do Right, off Lifey Times of WTF. Thanksgiving.
Let's enjoy this one together. Ladies and gentlemen, the Church of Hip Hop. Detroit Unplugged.
Sit it back, calculated facts. Will I ever go back? No chance, I'm a Vince. Like 100 grand weekend when I speak in listen, yeah. Cause I ride to a feel good song, but you sing along when you bring it back, when you bring it back. But the old school flash and his outside Cadillac isn't into that. Put the 15s on the 10. Trouble man, Southwest, break that next juicy beats that shoulders pop, no static, no feedback. So it feels so good, it feels so good, it feels so good.
This is old lady.
Screaming out feedback, cause cracking with the swag with a white kicks and his Kit Kats and fit had never been the back. Cause he dressed like a man, but he talked like a man. Now then he the man, had the keys in his hands on the fiend and fiends. And the women love his stains for beans, making him mad. Putting them J's up, counting his map. Yeah. Never ever did see that. White boy from the block, deep on the guards, douchebag hearts, making them beats, lady rug trees. No, you waiting on me for the paramedic piece. Cardiac seats, made them clap on the talking seats. Man, right through hit so hard and to make your nose good. It feels so good. It feels so good to do it right. Fuck you lames, this is for the OGs. Cause I buzz like an OE, cause I want that block. Can't talk shit with the flip flop. Like you, I ain't got no haters. Local artists and some papers, try to cop my style. 23 profile on top of the world, though. Put you in the chokehold, going for the gusto, trust low. Man, fucking with this bad is a no-go. Not lyrical, I'm just bad as fuck. And I'ma tell you what, you wanna stand with us, better trust some chum. Ride that beat, out you bums. Hot shit just ain't enough. To the face, hit till it cracks. Any friends in the back, just don't know how to act. It feels so good, it feels so good, it feels so good to do it right. Having your leg, trunk in the leg, knock, guess who back? Body on back, want some of that? The girl just asked, she don't like mumble rap, she don't like trap, but she stroke that, smell that, hit that, give a whiplash like god damn, cause I hang where the bars at, they go with terrorists, Star Trek, I'm in the front seat, out of space, it's just me, little bit of weed, little bit of vape, feel like I can't escape, so I blast off Cadillac Future XT gate, looking sharper than a pair of skates,
Straight on BuckWorld@gmail.com, send MP3s today.
Government aid. It feels so good, it feels so good, it feels so good to do it right. I don't give a fuck, but now y'all say, cause he here one day and he gone the next. Say, I ain't gotta stress, man, I ain't got a front flex, I ain't got a front for a check. Every fee from me ain't shit for free. When I'm done, y'all be missing these. When the ass out, sleeves out, leave, cause want that American meme, man. Come out the word, come out the shoes and shirt, come out the back seat and in the backside and in the pathfinding. I'm the only one, yep, the only one with the Southwest love. Kanye buzz, most young buzz, with no buzz, can't buck no money, wouldn't add up, bad luck. Think I never gave a fuck like it feels so good, it feels so good, it feels so good to do it right. I just gotta be honest, I never gave up, and I don't think I ever will. I'm still told that maybe in the spring rounds for the KI2L. Still sewing these raps like street tail in a fish scale. Man, I'm speaking in plain. Homie, you was simple and plain. Best score, dominant lane. So past some of that indica game. And still keep it simple and plain. Pin-headed beats from Michigan to Bangor, man. Got to know my name. It feels so good. It feels so good to do it right.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
Sorry, I forgot it. We were doing a radio show. My apologies.
He always does.
It's all good. It's
Shit happens. The spirit starts moving. You start yakking it up in the green room. Bada boom, bada bing, and then it happens. But yo, we're back.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's been a great Thursday night. Big Feet live with us in the building.
What's up, Detroit?
Gee,
What's up around the world?
Your old lady's got a nice voice, by the
I'm
way.
telling you, man, she's amazing.
She's got a real nice voice.
Amazing. She sang the first time I heard her sing, it was a karaoke night. She sung Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire, and I was like, how you doing?
Oh, wait.
Well, what's up?
It just kept getting better and better at that point, didn't it, Feet?
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
There was different waves of falling in love there, right, brother?
Let me get you. She gonna get you. I'm gonna find it out. Watch.
Listen, this dude's the very best. Listen, you were talking about earlier about having a fucking podcast. My suggestion is do so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've actually been knocking around for a couple of years and stuff like that. I even thought of the title. It's called Shoot the Shit.
Well, you're always welcome to broadcast on Detroit Unplugged
awesome,
TV, G.
Awesome, man.
Real
Great.
talk. because this guy can put together a good spit on the mic.
Well, and the other thing too is I love Detroit hip hop. Literally,
Join the club.
If I bust out my phone, you will find Sherwood Harris.
Sherwood?
You would find Aztec the Barfly. You would find the Stereo Boys.
Come on!
The Brown Bomber. You're gonna find, obviously, you're gonna find Detroit artists like Black Milk.
Come down!
You're gonna find Almighty Dreadnoughts. Super MC.
Blah!
You're gonna find Andy Devine.
Come on now.
DJ King David.
What else?
You'll find it in the phone. Obviously, Slum Village.
Yeah, of course.
You're gonna find because my thing is like this. If you are fan first, it perfects what you want to do. It really, really does. I ain't got a problem with that. You know,
No.
I will. If I like your shit, I will buy it. I don't stream it for free. I will spend that. Let me bust out my wallet. Credit card. Yeah, right now.
Here we go. Bada boom, there it is.
And it belongs to me.
Purchase is made.
And I DJ events too, so it's trippy when they're there and I play their song without them even asking.
That's awesome.
You know,
it really is. We've been celebrating and supporting artists for years, man.
Yeah.
And it's important that you do that. You go out and buy the shit. And nowadays, it's too easy to cop shit and rob the artists of their pay. Make sure motherfuckers get their pockets swelled up over this.
Right.
We've been saying for years. We first started doing radio. It's like, man, it's our objective to kind of turn this thing around. If we can make a little bit of a difference. If at the end of the day, my homie Aztec is getting rich off hip hop, if my homeboy Super MC is overseas seeing some great things, then our job is a success.
Yeah.
Not to say we did it alone, because these cats grind hard as fuck.
Well, here's the thing.
But we're celebrating and we're uplifting them, G.
It's when some people will go out and say, "Oh, well, I support you." Okay, do you support me? Did you buy the album? No. Then thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. It's not high five.
No handshakes, no high fives.
No high five. Because it comes down to this. Front Street lives on every block in America. I refuse to live on that neighborhood because I ain't gonna do it. If I like your shit, I will buy it.
There was a cool comparison I saw on social media the last couple days. There was a picture of people lined up at a Popeyes to get this chicken sandwich, and then it had a split screen of a local hip hop show. Now, this is I really looked at this picture and it was really right on.
Preach. You're gonna spend $10 on a sandwich.
We gotta make sure that we are packing fucking venues again. Listen, when I was a young man many years ago in this hip hop thing here in Detroit, man, for a local show, if you were doing your damn thing. I remember me and Marco Polo Italiano and Big Snick rolled to a fucking venue, and that motherfucker was wrapped around the building. The line was wrapped around the fucking building to get in because people wanted to come support because the magic was felt. Now, this is half our responsibility, and we've helped create this with a lot of cats giving bland performances over the years.
Amen.
And non-theatrical performances.
Amen.
But kids, there's some hard-working MCs that will make you feel a certain kind of way.
Amen.
Make sure you purchase a ticket to an Aztec show, to a Big Fee show, to a fucking Kovac show, because they're going to give you your money's worth. Matter of fact, when you leave that motherfucker and you go home, you're going to say to yourself, I would have paid an extra $10 to go see that motherfucker.
Yeah, it sounds... Well, that's the thing, is I want people to see that. Like, that's the limelight. I really want to, like, when it comes to the artists, when I talk to them and stuff like that, I want to encourage you to do one thing. Bro, this is your chance, your opportunity. Do you want a lukewarm, mediocre opportunity, or do you want to set yourself apart by going twice as hard as a person? I always say this: if you're going to do something, be the hardest motherfucker working the room.
Yeah.
So if you have an entire show, and every person in that show thinks that they're going to be the hardest working motherfucker in the show, that show would bang so hard that people will talk about it for a year on.
Yeah.
Always give more than just 110. Give your everything. Leave it all. If it's a 15-minute set, if it's a 20-minute set,
leave it on the stage.
Set, leave it there, but give. People are not privileged to see you as an artist. It's the opposite way around. You are privileged to perform for these folks.
It's true.
You are out there standing and like, look at me, look at me. No, it's like, I'm out here looking at you. Let me give you something raw to take home. You can take this, put it in your pocket, and use it for later.
We're entertainers.
That's right. And you should never, the market's saturated. You shouldn't get into anything in life if your profession is being a store clerk.
Right.
Be the best damn store clerk you can. You don't want to blend in anything you do, especially being in hip hop. You don't want to blend in. You want to persevere through life's BS and be the very best you can be.
Oh.
You want to be as pristine as you can be, as top fucking shelf as you can be. Kids, wake up in Radio Land. If you believe in yourself, you can speak that shit into existence because there's a lot of power in your tongue. We can move mountains if we wanna. It's all about doing that shit and speaking into existence.
It's the grind, brother. It's the grind. Wake up, do it again.
Look at this. Look at this shit. That's sweat because I have integrity for hip hop. That's passion fucking coming out my pores right now.
Trickle.
To my brothers and sisters in the front row of the congregation, you can see the sweat splashing off my grill in the name of hip hop here this evening.
Man, I like this, man.
Fee, my God. My God.
Oh, my God.
Fee, listen, brother, we're already in overtime, but I want to get
you.
into this last part of the chat.
Roger.
And then we'll kind of end this thing down and wind her down for the evening. But I want to, having you on the show, the objective is that we attract some of our family around the world to your craft.
Yeah.
We can help your fan base grow, and we can all grow together, and we can all uplift each other.
I like
that being said, I want to know what's upon us, G. I want to know what's on the forefront. To our listeners out in Radio Land that want to support you full tilt, we want to know what we can expect here moving into 2020.
All right, so we're going to start off with, obviously, yesterday was the release of 15 Years of Music. Big Fee XV is on every digital platform. You can go and purchase it. You can even stream it on YouTube. Get it, buy it, buy it. Help me out, buy it. Because the more you do buy it, the more I'm able to come out with some real raw content. Into November,
I still got this. Good, thanks.
on Thanksgiving is my 5th studio album, working with Mr. X here. The Life of Times, the WTF. No, I'm good, brother. I honestly think it's the best work I've ever done so far, and I've done some good shit. And I'm not bragging, I just know I've done some good shit. But at the same time, we got music videos coming out this weekend, I think.
Yeah, should be Monday.
It should be Monday. This Monday, on Labor Day, on my birthday, is going to be the release of the first music video from WTF called Money is God with the one and only Jay Hall. It's Imlay City. It's an amazing kind of look. The cadence is amazing. Shout out to Jay Hall.
Yep.
But so after this album, after this, so I'm constantly trying to figure out the next thing.
Yeah.
So the next thing is
the brain's always churning, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fee?
I've been trying to mull it over about what I'm going to do for the next album. I'm telling you, if it doesn't, it's Grammy or bust. It's Grammy or bust.
Listen to this man. This is the second time he's told you this evening. Listen to him when he says it. It's a proclamation.
Right.
Over a decade of this man's work, and he's tried a lot of different things. He's experimented. He's been all over the map. He mentioned, you guys heard Southwest Summertime. That is his hottest song on YouTube currently. This entire album is Big Fee's lane. He knows the beats he's good on. He's evolved as an artist. He's evolved as a lyricist. He's gone from unhinged talent. Now we're putting out artworks, and that's where we're at now. And that's what just getting better and better.
Nice. It's good to have people in your corner that believe in you, ain't it, brother?
Oh yeah. So I just want to end it with this. So anyone who's out there in Detroit who's doing either thinking of hip hop or just music or entertainment in general, or anything that you do, if you're a bricklayer, dynamite stick maker, bridge maker, it doesn't matter what you do in life. If you wake up thinking that you ain't worth it, just understand this. personal responsibility and accountability will take you far. You master them bad boys, you'll master them for life. I have a philosophy.
Say it
that
again.
Life, personal responsibility and accountability. You are responsible for you, because in life is what 10% what happens to you, 90% is how you react to it. So if you react to life at that 90% and only consider what actually physically happens to you at 10%, you're limitless.
That's right. That's right. You know, I always live by the philosophy of, stress is an added thing.
Yeah.
Life is going to throw you right hooks. It's going to throw things within your path. It's going to take you out your boogie. But if you let stress overwhelm you, you're just adding to the plate, because what's going to be is going to be. Kids, we're all going to experience some things. If you're an artist out there in Radio Land, and maybe you're at a crossroads this evening, maybe you're dealing with some things in your life, just keep your chin up and remember that one key thing that's going to get you through everything is the perseverance. Once you get through it, once you can get past it, it's going to make it that much sweeter to enjoy that fruit.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh-wee.
It is.
Damn right, brother. It's been a pleasure.
It's been awesome.
I like talking, bro. We can have a motivational speaking class or something, bro. We can motivate people with our words here.
I actually do that. I actually do motivational speeches, stuff like that for people. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate
one more time. Put out all the social medias after the show. You're going to get a fucking influx. I guarantee it. Put the information out there for your new fans.
All right, guys. So everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching on Facebook Live, you can join me on Big Fee on Facebook, or Big Fee 313 on Instagram. You can find me at Big Fee on YouTube. Just look it up. You're going to hear a lot of the songs that you heard tonight. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Deezer, Amazon. I guarantee you, no matter what your streaming service is, I got it. Purchase the albums. The reason why I ask you to purchase the album, really support the albums, because the more you do it, the more content I can bring to you. If you ever thought, if you're a fan of mine and you wanted me to work with a specific artist, money moves mountains. So I will tell you this, if you ever thought I should collab with someone, the only way I could do it is with money. If you ever thought I should work with Tech 9, that's how I do it. If you ever thought I should work with anyone in the industry that you thought it takes money, so I'm going to tell you this. I'm not begging you to buy my album. I want you to enjoy the album. I want you to come back and say, this is awesome, rate it, give it the love. The album is for you. It's not for me. It's for you. It's from me to you. So thank you guys for all my fans who've been listening. Anybody who's ever not heard about me before, my name is BIGFEE. The cracker with the swag, Mr. Original, Feezilla, the one and only Truck Norris, the Southwest son of Detroit, Biggie Fee. What's up?
Big Fee and the place to be. That's right, the Church of Hip Hop. My God, what a great episode. Thank you both.
Thanks,
Mr. X, been a pleasure meeting you, G.
You too, man.
And keep working hard. It's going to be fun to catch up with you here and maybe do a check-in edition.
Yeah, we'll have to do that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Awesome, man.
See all the great things you've done. I know we're going to keep an eye on you. It's going to be fun to watch your successions, G.
Absolutely.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the hell out of here, but first, just to mention a couple things. First, if you watch the broadcast for your first time this evening and you love our focus, you love the way we uplift hip-hop and the way we come together as a family in the name of our culture, and you want to be a part of it moving forward, join the Street Team today. Go to Facebook.com/Detroit Unplugged Street Team. Request membership, and bada boom, you're part of it, yo. It's our hub. It's our meeting spot. We share out flyers, daily artist promos. You know, me and Ism, this fucking shit never stops. Once this show's over, we're starting the next one. And it's going to keep going on like that, because the more we do that, the more we come together like Voltron in the name of this hip-hop movement, this thing that we call hip-hop that we've all fallen in love with. Support the family, join the family. Detroit Unplugged Street Team today. Also, if you're an artist out there in Radio Land, maybe you're an MC, a DJ, you're in a fucking rock and roll band, you're starting to get to the point where you're acquiring a fan base and you need merch. You need t-shirts, hoodies, ball hats, Argyle socks. Whatever the case may be, you need merch. And you don't know where to go. It's a million places you can go for merch, but you need a place of reputation and of integrity. Look no further. Me and Ism got your back. Go to 330creations with a Z.com. That's right. If you're in Canada, that's 330creations with a Z.com. It's your one-stop shop for merch everything. It's also our sponsor and the home of the Detroit Unplugged merchandise line as well. Click the artist tab, find Detroit Unplugged, click it, dig it, buy some shit. Cop a fucking hoodie. It's hoodie season here in Michigan. You know what I mean? You go on a haunted hayride, give a dope Detroit Unplugged hoodie. 25 clams will get you that with shipping and handling. Again, tonight, go buy one. 330 Creations with a Z.com.
Do it.
Kids, we're going to get the hell out of here. It's been a great week of hip-hop. You know, when we started this thing 5 years ago, we had no idea the magnitude of what it was going to create. The Church of Hip Hop continues to make you feel a certain kind of way. No matter what life is going to throw at you, the hate bubble that fucking society tries to feed us, we ain't having it. Because the hip hop culture, man, we got our family and we show the world how to do it right. In life, a lot of things change. Nothing stays concrete. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, me and Ism will be on the front lines in the name of hip hop. On behalf of myself, this schmuck, and our whole family, we bid you a farewell. Kiddies, this has been the Church Detroit Unplugged.
Program is brought to you by Michigan United Broadcast.
Just 3:36
Radio. Celebrating the
I don't know, Kurt. We'll have to find that out for you.
It's your favorite radio show.
I'm sure they would.
With your two favorite radio show hosts, Uncle Rocky.
You got the camera? Let's get a photo, man.
Hey, yo, Ism, what you got cooking in that pie?
Don't worry about it. You can always,
Cause it's Detroit Unplugged Radio. Detroit Unplugged Radio. They love the hip hop, you don't stop. Come on. It's my favorite radio show in the world. Detroit Unplugged Radio. Detroit Unplugged Radio. Detroit Unplugged Radio. Detroit Unplugged Radio. Hip hop, you don't stop. Come on, come on, come on. Hip hop, you don't stop.
What's going on with you? Detroit Unplugged Radio Live, Facebook Nation. What's going on with you this evening? We are glad to have you aboard on this lovely evening here in the Motor City. Of course, this is your one-stop shop for hip-hop radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite radio show in the world with the two greatest hosts in hip-hop radio.
My congregation, we love you so much. We love you. Remember, man, when life is treating you unfairly, when things are fucked up, when the sky is gray, remember the sun will always be shining again. And Detroit Unplugged always has your fucking back. We'll see you again next week. Be well. Enjoy it. Peace soon.